Okay, is anyone instance is opening? Can you please check out anyone? My instance is having some issue. It's not opening. It's saying bad gateway. So if anyone is having issues with their instance, if their instance is not opening, don't worry. So there might be some issues from their sides sometimes. So in that case, it will be open after few minutes. Okay. So can anyone please log into your instance? Okay. So let me share my screen.
Yes, I it's opening for me.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Let me share my screen. So let's discuss about problem management today. Okay. So what is a problem? As I said, anyone can from the class who can say what is a problem?
So problem is a we can say a instance, or problem is a particular period of time when like business is getting hampered, or any SLA is getting breached, or we are facing any drop in the like services. So that we can say a problem.
Not exactly actually. So actually I also mentioned, I think. So yeah, problem is nothing but group of incidents. So if a single user raise an incident, what's an incident? It's an issue, right? So if a single user raise an issue regarding something, it will be considered as incident. So if multiple users raise incidents regarding the same issue, then a problem will be created for those incidents. Okay, so simply problem means group of incidents. So when some group of incidents get created regarding same issue, in that case, so they will create a problem and they will bind out all these incidents to this problem and they will work on this problem. So when they resolve this problem, like when they resolve this issue, which means directly or indirectly that incidents also will get resolved, right? Okay. So as an instance, how we have this new in progress, resolved, on hold, closed states. In problem also we have these states: new, assess, root cause analysis, fix in progress, resolved, and closed. So let's see each state. Okay. So when you open a new problem record, by default it will be in the new state. That means you're just still creating the problem record. Okay, when we move that problem from new to assess state, that means, so in this assess state what happens here is either our team manager or the problem manager will check whether it's really a problem or not, or whether it's a duplicate or not. So if they feel the problem is a duplicate of another problem, or if they feel that is not, this is not at all a problem, in that cases they will close the problem directly. Otherwise they will confirm the problem. There will be button known as confirm, so they will click on that confirm button, so that problem will be moved to the root cause analysis state. So in this root cause analysis state, uh, the problem will be assigned to specific group who might be responsible to resolve that issue, like in order to resolve that problem. So they will find out where this problem is caused. Okay, so in this root cause analysis state it will happen, so they will just find out where this problem is caused and how to resolve this problem. They will update all these details on the problem record, and they will move it to the fix in progress state. So in this fix in progress state, they will fix they will fix the problem. And so if they're not able to fix the problem, or if they're with the details provided as per the root cause analysis state, they will again change the problem state to root cause analysis state. So again they will do root cause analysis, and again they'll provide all the details on the record form, and again they'll move it to the fix in progress state. Okay, so in fix in progress state, as I said, they will fix it, right? They will fix the problem as per the notes provided by the team. So if they fix it, they'll move it to the resolve state. So if they feel to accept the risk, they will click on accept risk, which will move to the closure state. So consider an issue consider issues because of some server load, server heavy load. So the resolution for that particular issue is to add a new server. Hi.
Sorry, Kalki, to interrupt you. There is a new member in our batch. There is a first lecture of her. She's my friend Kalki.
Voice is breaking,
So
Arshdeep.
please, okay. Can I pin you in a personal chat?
In you in? Please ping in team chat.
Kalki, okay, yeah. Continue, Kalki, please.
Yeah. So yeah, in if they feel like as I said, the problem like there is some load on the server, or might be some problem where they might not able to they might not able to resolve that problem currently. So in that case, they will mark that problem as accept risk and they'll close the problem. That means they know the problem exists, but they're not able to resolve that problem currently, so they will mark it the problem as accept risk, so it will be closed. So as they don't have any resolution, exact resolution currently, so they can provide an alternate solution. They won't provide the exact solution, but they will provide the alternate solution for this particular problem, and they'll click on the accept risk, which directly marks the problem as closed. So here when the fix after fixing progress there was resolved, right? So if any problem is there in result, doesn't mean that the problem is resolved. Okay, so if they feel the problem is not resolved yet, again they will change the state of the problem from resolve to root cause analysis state, and it will again follow the same process again. Okay, so if they feel, so in this resolve state what happens is the review will happen. The review will happen to find whether the problem is resolved or not. So if they feel everything is perfect, then they'll make it as closed. If not, they will again move the problem state to root cause analysis state. So there will be no SLAs for the problem. There will be SLAs only for incidents. So in incidents, if you remember, I said this Arnold state, right? So can anyone share your screen,
Yes.
please? Like who have instance open? I'm having some trouble with my instance. It's not opening. It's saying bad gateway. Sometimes it happens. We don't have any control. I think it's opening now. Yeah, I think it's opening now. I'll share my screen. Yeah, I'll share my screen. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That day I haven't shown you incident form, right? So actually what happens here is in ServiceNow. In ServiceNow, everything will be in the form of, I think I said you right. Everything in the form of tables and
Able.
records and fields. Okay, so here incident is also a table and problem is also a table. Okay, okay, wait. Okay, so let me search for incident and just let me open all the incident records. So even if you open even if you open this incident table, there will be a lot of demo data, but these are some of the incidents which I have created. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if there is any demo data in new state. If not, we'll create a new incident. Yeah, anyways, let me create a new incident from portal. As I said that day, an incident can be created from multiple ways, right? So portal is one of the way. So let me create an incident as an end user from the portal. An end user is the user who don't have any internal permissions. Okay, so let me click on get help and create an incident. Even you will have this particular create incident. Okay, so let me put urgency as medium. I am not able to send mails from my Outlook. Consider I am having this issue, so I will report it. So it will create an incident. Okay, so the end users will not have permissions to create the problem. Okay, only the internal team will have the permissions to create a problem. The end user will have only the permission to create an incident. Okay, so see, it says that incident got created, so it displaying the number also. So let me come here and let me, actually I'm doing all this navigation, right? You might not understand in the first class itself, but once you start working with your instance, you will get the navigation. Okay, so let me search with the incident number. Yeah, I got the incident number. So on this incident form, these are all the fields. Okay, so this is what called form view. This is what called form view. So if I go back, this is what called list view. Okay, the R is the vertical ones are fields, the horizontal ones are rows. So this is a row, this is a row, like this is a record, this is a record, this is a record, this is a record, this is a record. So horizontal ones are records and rows, and vertical ones are fields. Okay, so if I search, this is the incident, right? So for this incident, the opened field is populated with this value, and short description is this value, and state is this value, and color is this value, like that. Okay, I think you got it. Horizontal ones, rows are nothing but records. Okay, this particular record is having the state field value as new, and color field value as system admin, and created by field values admin, and category as inquiry, like this. I think you got it. Anyone please respond, at least one.
Yes, Kalki.
Yeah, so let
Yes,
me
sir.
Yes,
open
yes.
this. Yeah, let me open the record. So this is the form view.
Yeah.
If you can see, these are all the fields on the form, like number, caller, email, like all these, all the fields, like short description, description, all. Okay. So if you want to add new fields, we will add, but in the next class, I will say that. Okay. Currently, we are in theory. Okay. So what is a caller means? Just read the content.
So person who report or it affects by this incident, affected by this incident.
So caller is nothing but the affected user. Okay. I think you
Right.
got it. Caller is nothing but the affected user. So the user who reports an issue. So that user is
Mhm.
the caller. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, whatever the content that I provided there, it got populated here. Actually, we should configure it as per the client requirement, but this is the out of the box thing. So it already populated in short description. So what is this incident is saying? I'm not able to send mails from my Outlook and all those. So let's see how this incident will be managed by the internal agent. So actually, you should know the difference between an agent and end user. So an end user is the user who don't have any internal roles. Okay, like if you're working in any company as a normal employee, you will be having, like you will be considered only as an end user, but the agent is the person who will work on these incidents, problem, or changes anything. Okay, you should know the difference between an agent and an end user. Agent will work on the on the tickets, end user won't work on the tickets. They don't have any permissions. They can just report issues, or they can just raise the request. Okay, you got the difference, right? Now let's see what will agent do when an incident got created. Okay, so firstly they should just adjust this category and subcategory as per the incident short description. Okay, so the as this comes under email, right? So it can be something like software or hardware, like we can just see, they'll just see, and they'll just arrange it. Okay, and they will assign to some specific group. Okay, like who might be responsible to solve this issue for the end user. For example, consider application development team is responsible to resolve that issue for the end user. So I just assign this incident to that particular group and assign to some specific user within that group. Okay, so this Masood is responsible in order to resolve this incident. Okay, so he is the agent. So if I click on, like, this is what called form header. Okay, so you can click on this is what called form
Sorry,
context menu.
I basically the assigned person is must be in your internal group, right?
Yeah, that's what the agent.
Okay.
Yeah, the agent is nothing but assigned to user. So he should be internal person who has some internal role. Okay, so these is he is the person who is responsible in order to resolve this incident. Okay, so this is what called form context menu. Please remember form context menu. Okay, so this menu will be same as this one. Okay, but this is called form header. Okay, so right click and click on save. So currently, okay, this field was mandatory for now, but actually it was not relevant. Previously, when I'm doing some configuration, I made it mandatory. Please ignore that for now. Okay. So click on save. So it was a new state, right? Now it will be moved to the in progress state. If you can just see, yeah, see, it automatically got moved to in progress state. What I said, when an incident got assigned to someone means that means you should definitely start working on an incident. So an incident which like if an incident is an in progress state means an user started working on it. If an incident is in new state, that means the incident was just created but no one started working on it. So when I assign this incident to some specific user, it automatically changes to in progress state. That means Masood is already started working on it. So consider I am Masood. Consider I am Masood. So I'll see this incident and I'll just find out this short from description. Yeah, I got the issue what the user is facing. So if if I want some information from the end user, okay. So if I want some information from the end user, like if I want to ask like from when you're facing this issue, or like um, when you're trying to send mails. So if you're not able to send mails to all the any mailbox, or you're not able to send mail to some specific mailbox, like if I'm having some questions, okay. Yeah, so Masood is the person who is handling this issue because I assigned to Masood, okay. So if if I need some information from the caller, so in that case I can't make this incident in progress. I can't make this in progress to I can't make this incident to stay in progress. So I will mark the state as on hold, and I mark this on hold reason as awaiting caller. That means this incident is on hold because I need some information from the caller, and I will make some additional comments here, like for example, from when are you facing this issue? Okay, I will add these additional comments. So these additional comments can be seen by the end user. Okay, if you want to chat with the caller, we should add additional comments here. See, so the user can see here. See, from when you are facing this issue. So the end user can update here, like from yesterday, like this. So an agent and the end user will be chatting through these additional comments. Okay, okay. See, but from for now, I am admin. Even I only raised this issue and I'm only updating this, right? So whenever I update here, it will be populated in the portal for the caller. And when caller updated anything here, it will be updated on the incident form. See if you can see. Okay. In the same way, we have something known as on-hold awaiting change. Sorry, awaiting problem, right? Now we are discussing awaiting problem, right? So in order to resolve this issue, a problem need to be resolved. So in that case, you will mark this incident as on hold and on hold reason as awaiting problem. Okay. So why you mark this incident as on hold? Because in the previous class, if you remember, I said about SLAs, right? So when any incident is created, there will be an SLAs which will be created. See, response and resolution. So if you don't mark the state as on hold, the SLA will start running. It won't get paused. But when you mark the state as on hold, then SLA will be paused. Okay. If you put if you want some information from the caller, but you have not marked the state as on hold, in that case, what will happen? The SLA will not be paused. The SLA will run. So if the end user will not provide information within this particular 2 days, the SLA will be breached, so that this particular incident and you will be escalated to your manager and the client. Okay, so there might be some things which they might take on you. Okay, so there might be some things which they might take on you. There may be some serious things. Okay, so SLA should not be breached. So I'm talking as per the agent. Okay, for the agent, and SLA should not be breached. So if they mark the state as on hold, the SLA will be paused. Okay, if not, the SLA will run, and the SLA will only stop when the state is marked. Not SLA will not stop even in state resolve. The SLA will be all only paused in resolve state. So if the if the agent, if the Masood feels like he resolved that issue for the end user, So we'll mark the state as resolve and you'll select whatever that might be relevant, like consider like, yeah, solution provided. Yeah, like it will provide the all the information, like it'll provide this, like it will fill this field content with the value, like how we provided, like how we resolve this issue. Okay, so how we resolve this issue, all the things that all the steps that you have taken will be updated in this resolution notes, and it will mark this incident as closed. And in this notes section, we have something known as work notes, right? So every update, like every step that you are taking in order to resolve this issue should be updated in this work notes. Like I am currently working on this incident, like I reached out to this particular person, like all these details should be updated in this work notes. So end user can't see this work notes, so end user can't see the work notes, end user can only see these additional comments. So this work notes is only for internal purpose, only internal people can only see this work notes. Okay, so this is how an incident is managed. So SLA will be only, the resolution SLA will be only completed when the state is moved to closed. As I said, even the incident is in resolved state, it doesn't mean the incident is resolved, right? And user can again reopen the incident if he feels the issue is not resolved, right? So that's the reason the SLA will be paused. The resolution SLA will be paused even in resolved state. Okay, the resolution SLA will be completed only when the incident state is changed to closed. Okay, I think some candidate raised the hand. Yeah, there is. Please unmute
No,
yourself.
no. Actually, Sai, I just raised this hand because there is a suppose in every process or every project there are some particular SLA. There is a particular SLA to all the project. Like as in my previous project in the cyber security, there is the SLA breach timing is different.
Oh, yeah, it was different. It will be different. It won't be different for like for every company. It will be different as per the client requirement, as per the agreement that they actually do. Okay, so it will be different. It won't be same. Okay.
If the SLA is going to bleach, then that amount is pay to the uh,
Yeah, it
like
depends.
a
It depends.
service.
Yeah, it will be as per the agreement. Like there might be some agreement with the client saying that if any SLA is breached, you need to pay this amount as fine. Okay, so like
Mhm.
that, there will be some agreement. So in that case, definitely your company should pay them. So that's why,
Mhm.
and
Oh.
that's why SLA should not be breached. Okay, if an SLA will be
So
breached, so an incident will be
also the
escalated,
client
and your
also
hmm?
suppose I raise this incident. Okay,
Okay,
if the end user working on this incident and he was the incident SLA timing and if the I mean user who is facing this issue, he also can reopen this ticket या फिर वैसे कर सकते हैं ना?
please come again.
Uh, I mean to say, suppose you can raise this incident, right?
Yeah,
And I am working on these tickets, okay?
okay,
And for the more clarification, I just on hold these tickets for the
okay.
next Monday or 2 days. And if you want to again on hold these tickets, then it's possible, na? Then it must be check this incident on a regular basis.
When the state is in honor,
So,
from
Sai, actually, Kalki, he is asking about like if there are two, like we are two users, like one is end user and the other one is the internal member, right?
yeah,
So if
agent. Okay,
suppose, yeah, so if suppose the end user change the state from
okay.
let close to reopen, so we'll be able to see it and we can also change the state, right? Like,
Yeah, actually you can reopen it. So if I mark any incident as resolved, so there will be something which will be available here. So some actions will be available here. So I can click on it and I can click on like even the end user can resolve it. Okay, even if even the end user can resolve it from their side. See, consider the incident is resolved. Okay, consider the incident is resolved now. So the end user can again reopen it from here. See, reopen button. So
okay.
again the incident will be reopened.
And for
So again,
this, do we have to like check it on a regular basis, or there will be a separate bucket for this, or like with the state filter also we can change it, right?
regular basis for
For
for which
like
one?
those the cases those who like which are reopened.
Yeah. So when yeah.
In my previous
Hmm.
project, in the regular basis, we can check all this incident because we just hold these tickets, and after next day, the user should be unhold these tickets again.
So what happens here is,
And
so if yeah,
so that
if they
email is
change the
going
incident state,
to
yeah, if the incident change is state, like it's changed from again resolved to in progress, an email will be triggered. We can configure an email to be triggered for the agent, the assigned user, so that you will get to know the incident was reopened again. Okay. Anyways, the agent, see, anyways, the agent will add a filter like this, something like, so consider I am a system admin, right? So you'll add a filter like active true and assign to. So instead of seeing all those records, the end user, like the agent, will add this filter on the list view. So it will only display the records which were assigned to him and are active. Like this, they can find it out. So every day while they come in, anyways, and when an incident got created and assigned to them, they will receive an email and they can find out those records on the list view also. Okay. Anyways, for everything, for most of the things, a notification will be configured. So the user need not, the agent need not refresh again and again the same incident list. So if there is anything happen, so
Bulky, I guess some
yeah.
glitches there, like we are not able to see your screen. Some other person's screen is going on, like screen sharing is going on, I guess.
Okay, you're not able to see my screen.
No, like just now I'm not able to see it. Like some other
Okay,
person's
Sujata, you're
screen.
sharing your screen. Can you please stop your screen sharing?
Yes, I'm not able to open this one, the service now. So that's the reason I shared my screen. What I have to
Yesterday,
click here?
yesterday you have downloaded this MFA app, right?
Yes,
Uh,
actually it is asking the password and username.
okay. You
Hmm.
don't know the username and
So
password?
I forgot. I click on the forgot password, then it is asking like this.
So yesterday I said you to copy the username and password from there too. Okay, search for ServiceNow developers. Search for ServiceNow developers the same way yesterday how you have done.
This is the page, no?
Yeah, I know that. Search for ServiceNow developers and try to
Okay.
log in later. Okay, so just not stop the session for that. ServiceNow developers and log in like as normally how you have done yesterday by providing
Mm-hmm.
your email and
Okay.
password, all those. Okay, ServiceNow developers.
Hmm.
Yeah, please stop your screen sharing. You can log in as
Okay.
how you have done yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, stop your screen sharing, Shweta. And
I stop.
yeah, for now you can log in the instance later. Okay, so it's not required for now. You can explore it later. Yeah, you're asking some glitch. What if the end user, like, what if the agent can't see the records? Is it your question? Someone asked the question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It won't happen. It won't happen. Everyone, like, as per the filter, they can see the records. Okay. If there is any glitch, so you can't say any glitch, it might be an issue. So if we, so in that case, you can raise an incident that you're not able to see the records. Okay.
Got
So
it.
the ServiceNow ServiceNow agent, like ServiceNow group, will work on that particular instance. They will just find it out where you're not able to see. It might be some security rules or anything. Okay, but no one faced that glitch. Okay, it won't happen. Cool.
Yes,
So yeah, when coming to this problem. So let me show you the problem, how a problem record is managed. So this is what called filter navigator. Okay, filter navigator or application navigator. See this, we have this all right.
Yes, I
This all, this
see.
what called application navigator or filter navigator. Remember this name. So search for problem, click on all. So it will display all the problem records, all the demo data or the records which you have created. So if I click on new, so if I click on new, it will open new form for me to create a problem record. So here I should select the origin task. As I said, group of incidents is a problem, right? In this origin task, I should select the first reported incident. In that group of incidents, I should select the first reported incident in this origin task. Okay. Okay, now, so Kaisha, this is the incident and I'll select the category and yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Aren't, can't you see everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So I'll
yes,
create
it's
a
visible.
problem. Agent will create a problem. So see if the state is a new state. Okay. So if I click, if I click on this assess button, it will be moved to the assess state. So in this assess state, they will confirm if it is a problem record or not. Okay. So we should assign to some specific person. So mostly will assign to problem manager. Currently that field is mandatory. Okay, see, yeah, we got a new button known as confirm. So the problem manager, okay, if we click on this confirm, it will move to the root cause analysis state. Shubham, you
Yes,
are
yes.
sharing your screen. Or Shubham, why you are sharing your screen? Shubham,
Shubham, please stop sharing your screen. We're unable to see Kalki's screen.
can
Yes,
anyone
it's
see my
visible
screen?
now.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes, it's
visible.
visible.
So, if the problem manager feels that like this particular record is really a problem, we'll confirm it. So it'll move to the root cause analysis state. If you click on this mark duplicate or cancel, it'll be changed to closure state. Okay. So consider if you click on problem, consider this is really a problem. So it'll move to the root cause analysis state. So in this root cause analysis state, it will be assigned to a group who will be responsible in order to resolve this problem. Okay. For now, consider this application development group is responsible to resolve this problem. Mm, okay, there are no users within this group. For now, let me assign to service desk group. Okay, but real time service desk is different. Okay, there are no. Mm, there might be something which might be running backend.
Kalki, in only the result ticket only we can create problem, right?
What
Means in the result ticket only we can able to create the problem ticket, right?
result?
Huh?
What result?
Means in the incident which we have to resolve, na, in that ticket only we can create the problem ticket, right?
We can if we want. We can create a
Okay.
problem from here also. Create a
In
problem.
progress also we can create. If the state is
Your
in
voice is
progress, then we
breaking.
can create it.
Yeah, if the state is
If
in
the
progress, also
state
we
is
can
in
create.
progress state. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then.
So when the state is in progress, you'll create a problem and you will mark this incident as on hold, and you will make this on hold reason as awaiting problem. And here we will have a field like problem. So here you need to select that problem record. Okay, got it? Got it.
Yes, I. Yes,
So
yes.
the person, if anyone sees this incident and see this is awaiting problem, you can find it out easily from here. What is the problem which they created for this incident? Okay, yeah. So here, let me assign to some problem analysis group and let me click on fix. So consider the group. Okay, consider the group, find out the cause of this particular problem, and he should analyze how to fix it. So once he provides all those, so you need to provide this fix notes and cause notes. So then it will move to the fix in progress state. See, fix in progress state. So if I click on, so yeah, currently it's a fix in progress state, right? So the group will fix that particular issue. And if they want to, like if not, like in order to resolve this issue, there may be any constraints. So if they're not able to resolve, provide the exact solution, so in that case, they'll accept this risk. They click on this accept risk, and they will provide the workaround. Risk accepted reason, workaround. Cause notes, risk accepted reason, workaround. Workaround is nothing but not an exact solution, but an alternate solution. Okay. So they will provide all these details. Click on OK. Though it will be moved to that closure state. Okay. So anyways, if it's in the fix in progress state, that means the problem is getting fixed currently. So after they fix the problem, they'll mark the problem as resolved. Okay. If they're not able to resolve, like if they're not able to fix the problem as per the notes that was given in the root cause analysis state, then then they will again move the state from fix in progress to root cause analysis. Okay. So here a review will be done. A problem manager review will be done, whether they will find out whether the problem is resolved or not, and they click on complete. If the problem is, yeah, it's fine, yeah, it got resolved. If they feel the problem is not resolved, again they'll click on reanalyze. Again the problem will be marked, changed to root cause analysis state. So that is how a problem is actually managed. Okay, so a problem will not automatically change from resolved state to closure state, so it should be manually done. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
coming to this PPT, these are all the roles within problem management: problem admin, problem coordinator, problem manager, all these roles. Okay, so these are the basic roles: SN problem read, SN problem write. So if the agent is having SN problem read, he can only see the incidents. So in order to update the incidents, you should have this write. Okay, if you have only read, you can only just see. To create or update, you need to have those two roles. So what does each role means? Like here in this slide, please have a look, everyone. So don't buy it, just have a look, that's it. Okay, because in future if you want to assign any role, anyone will definitely google it. So what is the role relevant for this, and they'll just assign the role, because there'll be many roles. Okay, just read it. If you are okay, I will move to the next slide. Okay, so how a problem can be created: identifying a problem, as I said, one is from incidents and one is from proactive trend analysis. So it comes under event management, something like that. Okay, so before we know the problem, so it can be created and managed. Like before the user reports that issue, why not we create a problem and resolve that? Okay, it comes under that proactive. The next one, as I said, the notifications, right? So there will be many out of the box notifications for most of the tables. Okay, so these are some of the notifications, so we can configure or we can change as per our requirement for the client. Okay, so it will have some basic content only, but the client will say that I want this content, I want this recipients. Recipients are not the nothing but the users to which the mail should be sent. Okay, okay, so when any work notes like these notifications, when any work notes is updated, so an email should be sent to this, like that. So when any work notes is updated and unassigned, so these are the recipients, like this. Okay, so just it's not like it's not for you to remember. Okay, I'll just change the slide. So when coming to this change management, so once read this change management. So what is a change? Change means it is nothing but a record or a table in ServiceNow which is used to manage or track any changes made to the IT infrastructure. Okay, it might be something like adding a server to the IT, like IT infrastructure, or IP address whitelisting. Any changes to the IT infrastructure, they need to create change request in ServiceNow. Okay, because uh, changes can't be done so easily by anyone. It should follow some systematic approach of approvals. Okay, and once approved, they should implement the changes. And if in future they want to know what are the changes are applied to this particular thing, they can easily find out by navigating the change request table and finding out the change request. Okay, understood? Understood,
Yes,
everyone?
Patrick. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
are you getting? Are you
Yes.
getting?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so even if you want, like even if there is any major change to ServiceNow instance, then the client can say raise a change request. Okay, even we are not exception sometimes. Okay, there are three type of change requests. Actually, the this change request topic is so important for your interviews. Even incident management, problem management, change management, everything, anything is important for your interviews. They will ask what is incident management, what are the states, explain. They will ask explain about change management. So should, as per your understanding, you should explain. Okay, so there are three type of change requests. There are normal, standard, and emergency. So first let's see this standard. So what does standard says here? It says that there are pre-approved. Standard changes are pre-approved. Okay, there won't be any approvals for standard changes. So what changes can be considered as standard changes? So what are the changes which are having less risk or which are implemented in the past are and having a high rate of success rate? So those changes will be considered as standard change requests. For example, rebooting a server. Rebooting a server, it's not like it doesn't have much risk, and if it got implemented in multiple times in the past and it is having high success rate, so that can be considered as a standard change. So this rebooting a server can be considered as a standard change. Okay, because this change is like less risk, like no risk, like less risk or no risk, and implemented in the past many times with high success rate. Okay, so those can be considered as standard change requests. Okay, so standard change requests are like pre-approved. Okay, got it.
Yes, sir.
When coming to this emergency change request, so emergency change request should be implemented as soon as possible because it is affecting our business operations a lot. What happens here is, for example, a Wi-Fi a Wi-Fi got down for the complete building. So it was a major thing, right? So this should be changed, like this should be resolved as soon as possible. So for this anyway they'll create a major incident, and after that if they want to implement a change for this, if they want to implement a change for this, okay, if they want to follow the complete process, if they want to implement a change by like for making any change to the IT infrastructure, so they can create an emergency change request. So in that case, and a call will be scheduled with the clients and our team who might be responsible to do the change, and our manager. So all these people will join in a call and will discuss and will make it approved, and the change will be implemented. So emergency change requests are the requests which should be implemented as soon as possible. They don't have much time. Okay, they don't have any week or 2 or 3 days. They should be implemented as soon as possible. Okay, so those change requests will be considered as emergency change requests. When coming to this normal change request, this should follow a complete change management process. This emergency change request will have only one level of approval, but this normal change request will have two level of approvals. The first level of approval will be your team manager or the client itself, but the second level of approval will be CAB. CAB is nothing but Change Advisory Board. So it's like a CAB is nothing but a group. So in this group, the clients will be there. Okay, so they will be the people who will be responsible to approve the change for you. Now coming to this next slide, see. So these are the states in the change. Okay, new, assess, authorize, schedule, implement, review, closed, and cancel. Okay, so if you just see, so there is an arrow from new to assess, which is saying standard change. Okay, so the approvals will be in assess and authorize state. Okay, the approvals will be in assess and authorized state. As I said, standard change will not have any approvals, right? So standard change will move directly from new to schedule state. Okay, and in emergency change, as I said, emergency change will have one level of approval, and one level of approval is also cab approval, right? So it will skip that assist state. So emergency change request will move from new to authorized state directly. Okay, but normal change request, it will have two level approvals. So one in assist state and one in authorized state. So it will follow the complete life cycle, like it will move from new to assess to authorize, authorized to schedule, all this. Okay, what happens in the schedule state? So once it was approved in authorized state, any change request will move to the schedule state. So once the time came, like whenever you want to run, like whenever you want to implement a change, you'll have some specific time, right? Like I want to implement this specific in this particular specific time. So when that time comes, so the change request, you should change the change request to implement state, and uh, implement the particular change. And once you implemented the change, and once you have done the testing, then you will mark the state of the change request to review. In this review state, what happens? They will review the change, whether it got implemented successfully, whether it any issues got raised because of this change request, everything is perfect or not. So if they feel everything is okay, then they'll move to the closure state. Okay, so what happens here is, for normal change requests, let's see how normal change requests are actually managed. So if I am the user, if I raise a change request for some change in ServiceNow, for some major change in ServiceNow, if I raise a request, if it's not an emergency change, like nothing, like if I feel like nothing will happen if I don't implement it as soon as possible, then I create a normal change request. Okay, I will create normal change request in new state, and once I move the change request to assess state, so that means an approval will be triggered. That means an approval will be triggered. So in this assess state, my team manager or the client itself, they will approve it. So it will move to the other state. So I said this cab, right? So every week it might be any day. It might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, any day. It depends upon the client. So they will schedule a call known as cab call. So in that call, they will review all the change requests which were scheduled from the next day. Okay, if today is the meeting, they will review all the normal change requests which were scheduled from from tomorrow. Okay, so they will review all the change requests. So if I created the change request, I should explain what does this change request mean, why do we need this change request to be implemented, will there be any risk if this change request is not implemented, what is the backup plan, what is the backward plan, like if this change request is not implemented successfully, or if it generate some issues. So what is your plan, and what is your test plan? So once you implement this change request, so what is your test plan? So all these details we need to provide in the change request, and we should just say to the cab team. Okay, so if they feel everything is okay, then they will approve it. So even they can reject it also. So if they reject it, it will be moved to the new state again. Even if in the SS state, if they reject it, it will again move to the new state. Okay, so once they approve in other state, it will move to the schedule state, and the process will continue normally. But in emergency change, as I said, there will be only one level of approval. So it will skip from new to other state. In this authorized state, so what happens when an emergency change request is created? As I said, an immediate call will be scheduled with the client. Okay, so everyone will join and immediately should explain the change request, and they will approve it immediately. And once the scheduled time comes, you can implement the change request. Okay, got it? Anyone is having any doubts in this change request? Anyone can ask. Anyone? No one is having any doubts? Yeah, please, Dheeraj. Dheeraj, I'm not able to hear you. Are you speaking? Dheeraj? Yeah, anyone having any doubts? Repeat again. Yeah, repeat again. Which one? Which thing should I repeat again? Any specific thing that I should repeat again, like normal or emergency or standard? Any
From
specific thing?
the starting, like from the this one, which you started the changing.
Which is
Yeah, from the this slab only, this thing,
slide.
the concept.
Okay, I'll come again. So these are the stages within change request. New, assess, authorize, schedule, implement, review, closed, and cancel. Okay. As I said in previous slide, standard changes are pre-authorized. That means it will not have any approvals. So the standard change request will automatically move from new state to schedule state. So the arrow also defines that. When coming to this emergency change means what? So the change should be implemented as soon as possible because it is affecting our IT services. So,
New
uh,
state means
huh?
new state. No, you are
New,
saying new
yeah,
state.
new state means we are still creating it. We are still creating a change request. It's not we haven't submitted the change request for approval. Okay, so whenever you move the change request to assess or authorize, then it will trigger an approval. New state means you're still creating a change request. It's not submitted for approval yet. Okay, got it? Like new, like so, like problem table, like problem record.
I
So we
we
have new
thought
and
that
SS. Hmm?
if we don't have time or if nobody is, like there to change any, like complete this
You should inform
processing.
them. You should inform them. So if any change
That
request is in new state,
is the reason I am
no one, yeah. If any change request is in new state, no one will bother about that. Okay, no approvals will be
available.
triggered. Nothing will happen. Only the change requests which are in SS or authorized state, they will be taken care for approvals. Okay. As I said, the first level approval will be in SS and second level approval will be in authorized for normal change requests. Got it, Sujata? Anything else? So
No, no,
if you
I.
are still
Hmm.
hmm, if you are still creating a change
No,
request and the change request is still in new state, that means you're still creating it. It's not submitted for review yet. So in order to trigger it, so you need to click on that access assess button. So then it will move to the assess state and approvals will be triggered and everything will happen. Okay. So if you're thinking of executing a change request, but you left the change request in new state, it doesn't happen. Okay. Okay. So emergency change request will have only one level of approval. The one level of approval also is cab, cab members. So the emergency change request will move from new state to other state directly. When coming to this normal change request, so this normal change request, the second level of approval will be by cab, and first level of approval will be um, any either it might be your team manager or even the cab members also. Okay, so every week some specific day a cab call will be scheduled every week. So in that day they will review all the normal change requests. They will review all the normal change requests which are scheduled from the next day. Like if the cab call is today, so I will review, so the change requests which are scheduled from tomorrow will be reviewed in the call. And if if I raise the change request, if I have created the change request, I should explain the change request for the cab members. And if they feel everything is okay, then they will approve it. If not, they will reject it. So if they reject it, it will move back to the new state. Okay. So this is how normal change requests will be managed. So implement state means the change is being implemented currently. Review state means the change is being reviewed currently. Close it means the change is closed successfully. Okay, so here also it will not move automatically from review to closed. It should be manually closed. Any questions?
Yeah, Kalki, I have a question.
Okay.
So, like this particular change management.
Okay.
So we should check there should not be any new new state, right? Because if it is a
So,
new state,
so you are asking this question as an agent, right?
yes, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Please, please.
we should not like there should not be any new state like incidents or something, right?
Change
Because if
request.
a change request,
Change.
correct. Because if the change request will be in new state, like no one is going to work on that. So
And no one will bother about it.
correct.
Yeah.
So anyhow, like if depending on the priorities, we have to like check it and change it, right? Like the
Depending on the
process, like if
priority.
no,
Yeah.
like priority in terms of this normal, standard, and emergency like request.
Okay. Yeah. 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 As I said, right, emergency standard is like a like low risk and it
Pre-approved,
has some
yes,
previous history of success. So we should decide
correct,
as per that. Okay. If we feel like this change should be implemented as soon as possible, then we will definitely create an emergency change request. Okay. Actually,
got it.
what happens here is like, see, it depends upon the
Mhm.
process. Like, sometimes we can directly create an emergency change request. Sometimes we need to ask our team manager permission before
Managers.
creating an emergency change request. It happens actually. So
Okay,
it depends about how the team is actually working. If the manager wants everything to be said to him before doing this emergency change request, all this we should just say him before doing things. Because if we create a change request and if the approval get triggers, so the an email will be sent for the client and the client will join the session. All these things will happen, right? If
yes,
it is a really emergency change request, it's fine. But instead of creating normal change request, what if the user by mistakenly create emergency change request? It's like lot of time waste, right?
yes, correct. So it will be rejected by the cab,
Definitely.
right? Okay, got it.
Any other questions? Uh, if not, once just read the state and when used once. Anyway, I'll share the PPT. I'll give you 1 minute. Just read the content in state and when used columns. I think everyone is hearing the session because I'm getting very good questions actually. So these are the questions actually I expect. These are very good questions. This is how actually you should think.
Kalki, why we are need to change states?
We need to we need to write, but in order to change the states, we need to change the states manually.
Okay.
See,
If we
if we
want to change state and we are asking to a cab member and they just ignore otherwise reject my request. So so what is my work next?
okay,
To
actually,
create
if they
new
reject, yeah,
to create new state, right?
you can use the same one. You can use the same change request. So if they reject, they will provide the rejected reason, like why they're rejecting it. Okay. It might be any schedule
Okay.
time reason or your test plan or backward plan or implementation plan, anything. There might be any reasons. So they'll provide the particular reason. So it will move to the new state. And then again, you
Mm.
can update all the details on the change request. Again, push it for approval. So if they feel this change request is not allowed required also, they can cancel it. Okay.
Okay.
These might be the
Okay.
reason.
Okay. Okay. They need a valid reason for a change state, right?
Definitely. They need a valid reason to
Yeah.
implement this change.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, the change states are having the step-by process like new assess, authorize, schedules, implement, review, and close. But why we require all these states?
We have states on incident form also, right? See, to know to know exactly at which point is this change request currently. Okay.
Okay.
If the change request is in schedule state, that means yeah, the change request got scheduled, but not in implementation state. So if we see any change request in implementation state, in implement state, that means we can know that this particular change request the like that this particular change is being implemented currently. Like that. So why they use a service now to keep track of all those things, and the states also for those to track things. Okay, So when you're implementing this
So,
change request, so when you're implementing this change request, okay, you are implementing this change request, but like now for just fun, I'm just seeing all the change requests which are implemented state. So yeah, I found this particular change in implemented state. So I can easily find out. So which change requests are in which state currently because of these states. Okay.
okay, okay. But we have to implement from new to close all these steps by if you want to have change the states. All it is already assigned by the some users. That
Yeah.
is a
So
scheduled state or
the first
implemented.
thing only we should do one thing from here. See, we should only change the change request from new to SS only. So once it is approved in SS state, it will automatically move to other state. And once it is approved in other state, it will automatically move to the schedule state. Okay. So
Okay,
you will think of some time, right, to implement this particular change. So in that case, you will move this particular change request from schedule to implement state, and you will implement the change in whatever the platform it should actually. And after implementation, after doing some post implementation testing, you will move that change to review state, and then you can also review, or or your manager or some person will review it, and they will mark that change as closed. So that's what I'm saying, like it depends upon the process actually. So in some companies they might feel like the person who implement the change request, they can just review and close it. But in some companies they might feel manager should review the change request and mark it as closed manually. Got it?
okay. But in the implement stage, we have to implement any other like conditions they're available for the to implement the stages.
Conditions in the sense.
In the sense, suppose the state is in the implemented stages.
Okay.
We have to write, we have to write some conditions for that to implement some task or states.
I think, sir, I understood your question. Okay, let me explain what I understood from your question. So, is anyone in this class is having doubt like, will the particular change will be implemented in service now? Is anyone having this doubt in the class? So, if a change request is raised for adding a server into IT infrastructure, for example, so is anyone having a doubt like this particular change should be implemented in service now? Anyone?
No, it's about the process, I guess. It's not about the instance. Like,
It's about the like it's about the type of change. So if
correct,
I
I
say
guess.
a new server a new server to be added to the infrastructure, who might be responsible for that? There might be some server team or some there might
Yes,
be some group, right, who might be responsible. They won't add the server in service instance, right? They will add the server somewhere,
yes.
whatever the place it might be, right? They use this change management to
It's
keep
about the
track
process
of
flow,
those
I
things.
guess, right?
Okay,
Right.
even if the incident problem change anything, to just keep track of those things. So the complete ITSM
Just
module is to keep track of those things. Okay. So if the change is for ServiceNow, then the change will be implemented in ServiceNow itself. So consider a new integration is being implemented. So a new integration got actually I developed an integration in dev. So I want to push that integration to prod. Okay. In that case, if the client want a change request to be created, I'll create a change request for this. So who is responsible for this? I am responsible. And where I should implement this change? In service instance only, right?
Yes,
Yeah, got it.
yes, sir.
yes,
Kannada, I think did I
yes,
have
yes, I
I
got
answered
it.
your question? Exact question?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, these are the questions actually people will get, I know. So to keep track of things only, they will use this change management. But like wherever the place that the change should be implemented, at that place only the change will be implemented. But everything will be updated within this change in service now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay then. So that's it for the day. I think I should show the form also, but we're already running out of time. So if anyone is having doubts, okay, can please again see the session. Okay, because change management is important, because as I said, they will ask an interview like explain change management, what are type of change requests and how each is managed. So if you are able to explain clearly, it would be so good. And even in interview, they will ask, so have you attended any CAB calls? If you really attended cap calls, you can say you attended. If not, you can say you're not attended. Okay, it's not mandatory that every developer will attend the cap calls. Okay, some
Yes.
people will attend the cap calls, some people will not attend the cap calls. It's not necessary for everyone. Got it?
Yes, got it.
Like any doubts within this change management as we discussed today? Any? So if not, can wrap the session in 2 minutes. I'm giving 2 minutes time. So I'll show you tomorrow
Sure,
the
Kalki, I have
change
a
form
question.
and all those. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so what I was asking, as you talk about when we talk about interview, so there are chances it will be scenario based, if it is in
Will
this
be.
state, if it is in standard procedure, then what steps we are following, and if it is an emergency
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
then
yeah,
which
yeah.
we are omitting and going further. So it can be scenario based, right?
Actually, the thing that you are saying is not scenario based. Actually, it's like normal
Mm-hmm.
theoretical based only. But in interviews,
Okay.
you can get scenario based questions also. So you can't like if consider any coding problem or anything, they'll give some particular situation. They'll
Right.
say some particular situation and they will ask how you can actually do it, how you will do it. Okay, but
Got it.
the question that you have asked actually is not practical, like it's not a situation based question. It's like normal question,
Mhm.
theoretical question only. Because as we discussed, like this is the change request, this is the standard change, this is the normal change, this is the emergency change, like that. So if they say to explain the process flow of all the change requests, then you should explain all this all the states, like the
The life
standard will
cycle.
be moved from new to, yeah, the complete life cycle for each change for each change, like standard, normal, emergency, like new to
Emergency, yes.
authorized for standard, like that, like new to
Mhm.
schedule for standard, all this process, all these things you can just say. So what are the
Got it.
things, what are the things come to your mind, you can just say. So if you explain
Mhm.
it more clearly, they'll get impressed actually. So the better way you explain, they'll get much impressed. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
it's not like so if they ask A B C D alphabets, you can
Mhm.
say A to Z, you can say A B C D E F G. The more
Right.
that you give the more explanation, it will be so good actually.
Got it. Yes. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Sir, what are the cap calls?
I said you right. CAB stands for Change Advisory Board. So CAB calls will happen every week to approve the normal change requests. Okay, that is what called CAB call. So
Okay.
in this CAB call, the clients will join. The people who are the member of CAB, they will join. The people of the members of CAB will be definitely anyway the clients only. Okay, and our managers and whoever the people created the change request, they will join and they will review all the change requests. So if I created a change request, I should explain the change request. What is this change request for? So if they want to approve, if they feel everything is okay, they will approve it. If not, they will reject it. So this is what happens in CAB call. Second level of approval will be done in CAB call by the CAB members for normal change requests. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Sharmila, please. Yes, please. We can't hear you, Sharmila. Yeah, Shrikant. Then no one is speaking. Let's end the session for now. We'll join tomorrow and we'll clear the doubts tomorrow if anyone is having doubts. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
everyone